when it comes to basketball and flopping, it's something that is almost synonymous with the game. As much as I hate to say it, like, referees do not give fouls unless somebody falls to the ground. It's one of the worst parts about the sport, that you effectively have to flop. And that is a really, really, really bad thing for basketball. But one player that is taken to the extreme is Joel Embiid. Like, I can't even watch Joel Embiid. I watch the guy play and I just get annoyed. He legitimately annoys me just watching the guy play basketball. And yeah, like, it is just extremely, extremely frustrating. And this happened yesterday. And by the way, like, again, I've made videos talking about how much I dislike Joel Embiid. I strongly dislike Joel Embiid. Like, all the crap that he pulled with the Olympics. Like, all the crap that he's even pulling right now, being, or when he's pulling after it, being like, oh, I'm playing for Cameroon in the next Olympics. Being like, the only reason I didn't play for Cameroon is that we didn't qualify. Cameroon aren't qualifying for the next Olympics, and the only reason Cameroon didn't qualify was because you didn't play. Cameroon had a playoff to make the Olympics. While Cameroon were qualifying for the Olympics, Cameroon still had multiple chances to qualify for the Olympics when Joel Embiid declared for France. By the time Joel Embiid declared for France, Afrobasket had not happened yet. Cameroon had multiple chances to qualify for the Olympics, and he had said, I'm going to play for France, and then changed his mind to play for America. He was never playing for Cameroon. Either way, though, now we're seeing the Embiid flop. This is the worst play I've ever seen from Embiid. And guess what happened? Embiid shot 2 free throws. Embiid, like, what's that? And the amount of people saying, like, oh, Joel Embiid, he has to fall because, when he gets hit, to help his knees. I'm sorry. Like, he barely got grazed here. He just jumps on the ground. This is like, the fact is, you see one of these clips every game he plays. It's not the first time. This is not the first time we've seen this. Every time Joel Embiid plays a game, there is a clip like this. And then, I could guarantee you, if someone was near Joel Embiid, he probably would have yanked their ankle, or he's a dirty player on the other end. All he does is flop, and he's a dirty player on the other end. Sure, what was the game where he, like, he kicked 2 people in the nuts and then yanked Mitchell Robinson's ankle. I'm just like, it's such an annoying thing when I'm watching Joel Embiid, because I'm like, this guy, people are talking about, oh, he's the most dominant center since Shaq. Bullshit. That's Nikola Jokic. Just because Nikola Jokic doesn't look like he's dominant doesn't mean that he's not the most dominant center since Shaq. This man here lives at the free throw line. He freaking lives at the free throw line. And the fact is, he got 2 free throws in his possession. And as much as it is on Joel Embiid, it's on the referees too. They're pathetic. They are pathetic. Everybody knows Joel Embiid just hits the deck no matter what. And referees are still going to continually give him these calls. So I don't even blame him to an extent. As much as Joel Embiid frustrates me, I'm not even going to blame him as much as I'm going to blame the NBA. I'm going to blame the NBA. I'm going to blame Adam Silver. I'm going to blame the referees. Because if this was an actual issue, for a fact Adam Silver could go to the refs and be like, well, we got to do something about this, refs. You can't just do this. At the end of the day, he has more power than any of them, but he chooses not to. He chooses to allow this stuff happen. And people wonder why the NBA has less viewership. Like, I think everything that's wrong with the NBA, is just Joel Embiid. The flopping, the not playing that many games, the fact that the best player in the world, arguably the best player in the world, or an MVP, never shows up in the playoffs. That he's never healthy for the playoffs. That he's a dirty player on one end. And that he just flops all the time. It's like, and also, like, he's just insufferable when it comes to his interviews. Easy way to draw a foul, MVP. They should suspend him, but he plays so little that would actually make him play more. Friday night empty arenas. Like, that is, I'm being dead serious when it comes to the NBA, and it's they need to stop this stuff. And again, look, Joel Embiid is an easy target because every single thing that's wrong with the NBA, you can find something with Joel Embiid. And by the way, there are aspects of what's wrong with the NBA that you can blame on everybody. Like, with the 3-point shooting, if your name's not Stephen Curry, the fact that a slasher like Anthony Edwards is just chucking, like, all of that stuff. And I get it. Like, people are pissed at that, and rightfully so. So you've got them situations. So, like, you can point the finger at certain players for certain situations, for certain things. But when it comes to Joel Embiid, everything that people are pointing the finger at for X, Y, and Z reasons can all apply to one Joel Embiid. But yeah, I'm just frustrated. I just get frustrated watching this guy play basketball. And he's come in this season averaging 16 points per game on horrific shooting. But, he's still, like, the guy is shooting, what, 26% from the field this season. But, he's shooting 100% from the free throw line. So he's getting most of his points from the free throw line where he's just flopping and getting away with it. And, yeah, I get it. The guy's injured. He's trying to play. I don't know. If I'm the Sixers, I don't know what to do. Your best player is Jared McCain right now. Do you just sit Joel Embiid for the season and say, you know what, we're going all in for Cooper? We're going all in for Cooper. Bite the bullet on the Paul George free agency signing and trade him before the deadline. Just bite the bullet and be like, yeah, we screwed up. Give us a first for him. Just a random team. But yeah, it's such an annoying one when it comes to Joel Embiid because, to be fair, he's such an easy target. I don't know how else to explain it. Joel Embiid is an incredibly, incredibly, incredibly easy target with all of this stuff. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you guys think this isn't a big deal? Do you guys think this is a bigger deal than it is? Or do you guys think that I'm overreacting and I just have a hatred for Joel Embiid, which could actually be the case? Like, I'm willing to admit, like, I'm not some analyst. I'm just a person that gives my opinions on basketball and puts it on the internet. I'm fully willing to admit my judgment might be clouded by the fact I don't like Joel Embiid. But it just frustrates me every single time I watch him play basketball. And I'm like, yes, what Joel Embiid does well is fine. He might be the worst basketball player ever in history of basketball to watch. Top tier player. And, like, I'm trying to think of who might be worse to watch than Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is like Luka Doncic if Luka didn't have moments of magic. Like, when Luka's not doing the moments of magic, Luka can be it can be insufferable to watch Luka Doncic. But Joel Embiid, it's always horrible to watch him. And I'm sorry, if you're a Sixers fan, I don't understand how anyone who's not a Sixers fan does not hate this guy.